Hello and welcome to the Brick Freaks. Today we are building, completing the Urge Hospital 10188. It's the stolen mock. Link is in the description to the set and to the stolen mock. And yes, video 1 brought us so far. Left part separately, main part. Okay, what have we discovered in the first video? The quality of the parts is mostly good, but some are not so good. The doors are not stable, they move, the windows move. Here we have a not so good, here in this floor, a not so good setted wall. For me it must be one row behind. Then here we have little gaps, because there's much pressure on the blades, because you're laying them this way and that way, and so you get a lot of pressure on the blades. But it's easy, just remove the corners with normal blades, and then this here will correctly sit on top. But what the most can I get them together? Yes. So see you see this here? I can put my finger in. That's a real gap. Here's a door. Nice. And there's a big gap. Why? It seems that one man made this and one made that. And in the end they discovered, oh, the buildings don't fit together. I don't know. Other thing is, you see this door and it's half blocked through a wall. So that's how I come to the conclusion that two designers did this. Overall, it has a nice look. It makes fun to build. But when you there's one flaw more here. Here's a raw, or here is a raw where the corner bricks are sitting. And the corner bricks are a micrometer higher than the other bricks. And so here in the middle, the building is a micrometer higher than on the edges, and that can be a problem too. So this is not a building you buy, build and integrate it in your city and are happy with. You have to do some adjustments, but most of the adjustments can be done. The thing with the corner bricks, just don't put them in one row. Slide them, one to the left, one to the right, one to the left, one to the right, then the height difference is no problem. The wall here inside is easy to move one, or here, it's easy to move one row to the left, or the next row of studs. This here, to cover this gap here, that's not so easy. That's not so easy. You have to adjust this here or that here. I believe this here is easier. You have to close this here and set this one row behind. So if you love to adjust your buildings and do a lot of after mocking and so on, if you're happy, if you get a set that you can pull your hand on and make differences and so on, then this is your set. We have one sticker, the City Coffee sticker here. The ambulance is a print. Inside everything is printed. Okay, so no further ado, let's start building the rest of the house. So this is the beginning of building step 5. And you see this, it bends, because there are blades this way, this way, this way, this way. And yes, we have a lot of pressure, so at the moment it bends here and a little bit on the corners there. This part isn't adjusted yet, or assembled, this here too, and we have a lot of dark bluish grey tiles. So this set is really for advanced users that are able and willing to buy some more tiles and bricks and get this a real cool building. It's not much. Just for $10 buy some cool colors you like for tiling on Bricklink and tile this a different way, because it's a little bit too much of one color. So a little bit further, and there we have two nice printed tiles. I haven't seen them in The right one perhaps is from Lego too, but the left one I haven't seen already. And so we have here 3 medical beds, intensive beds for perhaps for people who need to be aspirated. I don't know. Okay, and then here we have, you already see this, nice blue windows. This here is still not connected, the 2 parts here. I hope they will be soon connected. Here in our treatment centers, treatment room, we got another cupboard, a stool, the windows, more windows, and you see they are wobbling around. We have 2 printed tiles, and the right one always reminds me on George Lucas. I don't know why. This here isn't still connected, and you see it's still terribly bending. We will see if it gets better with the walls around here. We will see. Okay. So nearly finished with building step 5. This is the nicest wall, I think, because it's very, very bright inside through all the windows. I'm curious for the studs inside. What will we connect there? This here, this part, is only connected here through this blade on 1 stud. So that's another solution I'm not happy with. Here we have a clean look too. Here you see a lot of small gaps between the bricks, and here we get out of the elevator, can sit, throw our trash away, or walk into the treatment room. Okay, so I'm really curious if it's possible to do nothing with the set. Just place it into your city a little bit further, not the nearest. So in the last row of your buildings, and if it's enough to do nothing and it looks already good, or we have to really reassemble a lot of here to make this a cool building. I'm excited for, yes, when we are done, how it looks, or if I have to tear it down and build it new, because I don't have the time at the moment. So I tear it down and make it in the bag, and when I'm 65 and have a lot of time, I will rebuild this. So the 5th step is done, and yes, okay, we got here a nice red cross. Everything is nicely plated and tiled over the walls. We have here the wings, the angel wings. Here's nothing. Here's nothing. But, and this is the next bummer a little bit, these 2 walls are only covered here with the corner tile. That's everything. You see this? Yeah, so that's not really secure. The building techniques here of this set are really not perfect. Oh, what have I done there? Okay. The other thing is still that this here is still only covered with 1 stud. Man, I don't know who messed this up. The original mocker or Urgy, I don't know who messed this set up. But for me it's a challenge, perhaps, to really build this sometimes when I have time, because the UCS Sandcrawler with nearly 14,000 pieces is waiting. I don't know if I have the time to remock this building to a better solution. Oh, building the ground plate for the next floor, and we have a new color. Nice, not all the things are gray, so nice. Okay, the rest is gray, but overall we have a new color, so that's nice. This blade here is much better than the from the floor before. It don't bend so much, it's not so much pressure on it. It bends a little bit, but it's okay. And I believe when the walls are on the blade here, everything is okay. So in the second upper floor we have the surgery. And And I believe it must be the orthopedic surgery, because we have a hammer and a wrench. And you know what we call the orthopedic surgeon here in Germany? Yes, it's just a butcher with better schooling. The X-rays are on two blue transparent tiles, and we have a movable light in every direction with a ball joint, that's nice. Two printed monitors, a printed keyboard, a scissor. So, nice. But normally you wouldn't bring the surgery into the third floor or the second upper floor. Not so clever, but that doesn't matter. So, half through building step 6, the walls have grown. It's nearly the same building technique. But here in the front we have two big windows instead of the black small ones. But this is the same. We have a nice printed tile that says 500 studs from the brick bank. Okay. Here perhaps Xingbao had this especially modified brick in that color, so I can live with one better than some Lego sets where the sides are really looking not nice. So everything, this floor is so far okay. We have the same problem with the height because of the cornerstones, but overall you won't see it later. That's not such a big issue, I believe. We will see. We watched the set close and we watched the set with a normal distance of a meter or something. And I believe from a meter distance the set will look cool anyway. Okay, a little bit further. One poor single window. Oh, poor little window. A clean side mostly. And you see this here. It's not so much on this side, but here. These here, they are loose too. I got something loose inside. Oh, that was the scissor. I lost the scissor. Okay. This here is loose at the moment. This here is loose at the moment. This here is poorly connected. This is loose. So it all depends on the last row of blades and tiles to get this here sturdy. Building step 6 is done. This is nicely made here. Arches underneath and here the round blades. The corners. Arch 2. This single window. Here the same. Both of these walls are only connected to the rest with the corner tile. That's not cool. But I have to admit, the second floor I put on the ground floor, and this is no big issue. When you can put it on and it holds. So, and you don't tear your modulars apart every week and look inside and are happy. So mostly the modulars are standing in a city or in a row on a shelf, and most of the time you're not looking inside. So when something inside is not so cool or it's a little bit difficult to lift up, that's not a real big issue. This is the roof. It's really simple, not tiled. Here the croissants, stolen from another modular. The idea how this is made, I like it, but perhaps the cupcakes are a little bit too much. Here I print a tile, and here's nothing inside, only my ugly arm, so the wall. Okay, that was the roof. So here's the rest. A bicycle without rubber. Perhaps I lost it. I don't know if it was in a bag. But when you assemble this, there is no rubber ring. So I don't know. I will use rubber rings from my daughter, from their hairs. They have really small ones. A wheelchair. And what I feel nice is that it has really already a handle. So that's okay. A lantern that was missing, and a small ambulance, car, van. Well, everything is printed. The ambulance, the sign, and here even this is a print. So that's really, really, really nice. That's really rudimental. 50 pieces or something. It has barely no weight. These are the spare parts, over parts, and these are the minifigs. And the minifig and the whole hospital itself, you will see in the review. Yes, please watch the review. And I go through everything here. And especially have a closer look at the figures. Okay, thank you very much. I'm Frank from the Brick Freaks. Have a good time. And in a few days the review will be out. Bye bye.